for the community.
Megan reached out to me after listening to the first episode of The Dropout. She wanted people to hear about the polite, engaging Elizabeth she knew growing up. Megan says of all her memories of Elizabeth, there's one that really stands out.
Back in 6th grade, we were both on the track team. I was a sprinter. Elizabeth did the 600 or the 800 and 1600, one of those long races. And the thing that I remember the most is typically when you run a race, right, the thing that you're going to remember is the person who gets first place. You generally don't remember second place or third place, and you're definitely not going to remember who came in last place.
But here's the thing. To this day, Megan says she does remember who came in last. She says it was always Elizabeth.
The reason that always stood out to me is because everyone would finish the race, and then all of a sudden, you hear the announcer say, "Don't cross the track. There's still a runner on the track." That runner was Elizabeth, but sure enough, she was not deterred by people laughing or, people crossing the field. She was going to run that race and finish it, and she was determined to do it no matter what anybody said.
When my team and I first heard Megan tell this story, the mood in the room completely shifted. Throughout this podcast, we've learned so much about Elizabeth, had so many theories about what makes her tick. Now, imagining this young woman out on that track, so determined, what was driving Elizabeth back then? Ambition? Delusion? Was this a different side of her, or a glimpse into exactly who she always was? We've heard from people, former employees, who say she was a bully, that she was truly a mean person to them. Can you imagine that?
No. I honestly, when I heard that, I was like, oh my gosh, this is like night and day that I knew Elizabeth, because this is not the Elizabeth that I knew growing up.
Megan says in their school filled with brilliant students, Elizabeth appeared to move through life with a purpose. She was frequently carrying stacks of papers and appeared to be working on something big.
She was always very disconnected from the larger group of girls, or just kind of in her own world. Elizabeth was either, working on her dissertation, or maybe she was learning her Mandarin, but she was always, very intently